And here we go. Step 11 out of 20. Just over the hump and on our way. Source analyses. You got to do 3 of them. I want to explain what they are and why you have to do them. Now, what do they actually look like? Well, I have a wonderful example for you here. In fact, a number of examples. Here's what they look like. Here we go. Quite dense writing. Quite a lot of thinking goes into these. All of these exemplars are up for you in a separate document, just so that you get the idea. Now, of course, the question you're saying is, well, what am I actually writing about here, you know? And what you're doing is you're showing your thinking to SACE. You are showing that you understand the concept of validity, this idea that a source of information is appropriate for your research question. You are showing your knowledge about reliability, that you are showing that you know the things to look for that make a source reliable. You're showing that you understand how currency, the up-to-dateness, if you like, of your source of information relates to your particular question. And for some people, it's more important than others. You are definitely showing the usefulness of some of your sources of information and the role that it played in your particular research journey, because sometimes you're going to find sources that are just fantastic. Sometimes they're not going to be so good. So you need to sort of show where it comes in your research journey and also the limitations, you know, and the sort of stuff that you need to find out next. Now, you might be saying, well, why do I need to write, you know, in such a detailed manner? Well, basically, it's because D2, and if you're not up with the performance standards yet, it might be an idea for you to get your head around them. There are 6 performance standards in the folio. And this one, D2, D standing for development of the research, is the most important performance standard. Because at this level, and remember it's stage 2, it's year 12, you are required to show that you can analyze information. And essentially, this is what you're showing in the source analysis. It's showing that you don't just take things for granted in the sense of, yeah, well, whatever's written is true, that you know what to look for to try and make sure that what you're reading is reliable, that you can relate what you're reading to your research, that you've got questions that you can follow up on. So you need to do 3 of them, but you know, you don't have to do all of them now. You can wait. I would suggest that you do 1 and you hand it up to your teacher and you get feedback, but then you might wait for further research findings and stuff to do the other 2. You're trying to pick ones that have been important in some way, either ones that have started you off well, that have changed your direction, challenged your thinking, the ones that are very important, the ones that are excellent corroboration, you know, like cross-referencing and whatever. So you might not want to do all of them now, but you need to do 3 of them to really strut your stuff for SACE. Now, use the analysis questions that I've provided for you. Here they are. So this walks you through what you have to write. But what I suggest you do is you go through and you answer the questions, and then you kind of manipulate your paragraphs and manipulate your information to suit things. I've given you an idea about how long, very approximately, things should be. This one in particular is going to be 2 paragraphs. It's the biggie. It's basically asking you about reliability. It's really, really important. So you need to give that a really good look at. But do be careful. As I said, use them to help you prepare those questions, but then write the paragraphs in the way that doesn't sound like you're answering one question after another, because that sounds a bit clunky, and all your analyses will be slightly different. Use the examples. Read through the examples. You can even use them as a model if you feel that they kind of suit your particular thing. So just remember, for this, SACE wants to see insightful thinking, right? Yay for SACE. I want to see fist pumps around the classroom when you get to this stage. There you go, Wikipedia, this highly reliable source of information, tells us what it actually is. Disclaimer. It is not recommended that you use Wikipedia as a major source of information, although some of the references provided are great. Okay. Good luck with that.